Fuck the Confederate flag. The South shall not rise again. This is your boy Superman coming at you. Our current conversation in these wonderful United States of America is about taking the Confederate flag down. Um, I'm shocked at this conversation, and I decided to make this last minute late night. But here goes. Take it down. Um, but it's just symbolism at that point. Um, there are still Klansmen in the United States government and walking the streets of America. So let's not pretend that putting a band-aid on an amputation is going to heal anything. I think that definitely taking it down is a great step in the right direction, but let's hold off on the celebration. It's not time to celebrate just yet. The totality of all of this is there wouldn't be a real victory until the generation that teaches young people about hatred and discord and hating someone because of their skin color or hating someone because of their sexual orientation. Until that generation dies off, we're not going to have a real victory. That's the mountaintop. That's the promised land. And so until we get there, I'm not going to be satisfied where we are with racism. And I really don't think that you should be either. I feel some type of way about this, and I don't understand why more people don't. This is, I guess, a good thing happening right now, but I mean, how far have we really come when it takes 150 years to tell the losers of the Civil War that they can't wave their banner of defeat around? Yes, losers. They actually lost the Civil War. All these people that are talking about heritage. No, you lost. These are the same people that want the reminder of their major ass whooping to be flying in the air and put it on our license plate and wear the t-shirt about the major ass whooping that we got 150 years ago because we decided that slavery should be a real thing. These are the same people. These are the same people glorifying General Robert E. Lee for being some great tactician, some great general, some great visionary. He surrendered this war, the same war that we're talking about, the Civil War, 150 years ago. He surrendered. You can't lose any war worse than that. That's the worst way to lose a war, by surrendering. I mean, we got to get real here. Can you fly a flag with a swastika on it in Israel? Can you do that in the middle of Jerusalem? No. Jewish people aren't going for that. And I don't understand why 150 years later, we still go for it here in the United States. That flag symbolizes treason. It was actually treason what happened back then. And I don't understand why this is a discussion, why we have to put this to a vote. We have all these lawmakers and governors jumping on bandwagons to get rid of the stigma of being on the wrong side of history. You're already on the wrong side of history. The moment that you swore in and didn't take this serious, you were on the wrong side of history. I'm sorry, kids. I mean, hundreds of petitions, thousands of marches have happened against the Confederate flag in this country. And now all of a sudden, since it's hip and it's cool to denounce the flag, the Confederate flag, y'all want to jump on the bandwagon. Where were you 10 years ago when these same people were saying that? We had to wait for 9 black Christians to be slaughtered in a church before the debate became real and before people actually decided, hey, look, this is a real issue. Let's think about taking the Confederate flag down. What? I just, I'm missing the point. Until we have conversations about African American and Hispanics making up 58% of the prisoners incarcerated in our jails, but only representing 20% of the population of the United States, then y'all can call me back with all this fake celebration bullshit. This is not a moment of celebration. This is not a big victory. Until we can talk about income inequality in this country and the education system disparities in this country for anyone that's not white in a privileged area, then my phone is busy, girl. I'm deaf to the bullshit. I am missing the point of why this is a big celebration, and that's where I'm really getting to here. I mean, racism is still alive and prevalent in these people's heart, and so even if we are successful in the next weeks and months of taking down the Confederate flag, we have got to get past these people that think that it's right to remember the old days when I used to have 5 slaves in the back and there used to be a plantation and I used to have the right to do what I wanted to do, and who's this president to tell me that I can't do what I want to do? That's not heritage. That's hate. I know they sound similar because they start with the H, but it's 2 different things. Let's call a thing a thing. So I'm just, should we be satisfied with this? Should we be satisfied with this? Well, I got 3 words for it. Hell fucking no. We shouldn't be satisfied with it. I'm not satisfied with it, and neither should you. So I say fuck you to everyone that's talking about how great the Confederate flag is and their heritage. It belongs in a museum. We need to tell our kids about the dark past and history of the United States so we won't repeat the same mistakes. And that's the bottom line. That's really it. That's the only place in history that it belongs, is in a museum, to say, hey, look, kids, we did do this once upon a time, but we won't go back there. I just had to get this topic off my chest. I appreciate you guys for listening, for sharing, for liking, commenting. Take this conversation into your own circles. Let's talk about it before we have a full-fledged celebration. Really think about this. This is a symbol that has been emblematic of hatred for so long. Why are we celebrating that 150 years had to pass us by and 9 dead black Christians had to happen before it could go down? This your boy Superman, as always. The South shall not rise again. This is the United States of America.